Did I do that? This is the story of how I discovered I was getting cheated on by Carl Winslow. So, the month of August was pretty bleak. Not only was I struggling, feeling like I was a whole single woman in a relationship, but there were other physical things that were happening at the same time. Things that, under other circumstances, I wouldn't have ignored. But I was super engulfed in this relationship, as you can see from the entry of my last journal. It was hyper focused on this relationship. At the top of August, I got a shot to help prevent me from getting sick from all the COVID. I wanted to get an immunity boost. It was like a vitamin C shot with something else. It hit a nerve. Arm on fire. My neck, shoulder, back on fire. Arm literally has lost all of its strength. And what is the thing that I do every day, y'all? I be working out with this lame ass arm. 2 weeks into August, I get a sinus infection. I can't breathe and my arm is on fire and my boyfriend is acting crazy. I was so uncomfortable. Physically and emotionally, I was uncomfortable. So because of that, I was constantly trying to say, well, maybe I'm reacting this way because I'm so uncomfortable. But sometimes maybe God has given us messages like, hey, you're uncomfortable because inside you're uncomfortable, and this way all this physical stuff is happening. August 20th and 21st was the most explosive argument we had about his kids ever. And I was like, well, fine. I'm done being accessible to you. You have all of the access in the world to me. We live so close. We both have keys to each other's house. But on August 21st, he walked into my house when I told him not to come because he had a key. And that pissed me off because you're kids and I can't walk into your house at any given time. Don't come over here without me saying you can ever again. And in fact, if you're off work, don't assume that I have time for you. And I ain't coming up to your job no more to spend time with you because you work 24-hour shifts. And when you're not on those 24-hour shifts, you have your children. Maybe one day a week you don't. But after that, he's like, you know what? I really think that we need to go to couples therapy. And I agreed because we weren't friends anymore. So there's no longer friendship therapy. Now we're actually going to couples counseling. And we're trying to sort this out. But you guys, now this is how we walked into therapy. Therapy session. We walk in thinking it's going to be a white guy. We wanted a black guy. But we walked in thinking it was going to be a white guy. It's a black guy. And he says, this is how therapy is going to go. The first 3 sessions are going to be assessment. And then the next 3 sessions are going to be primarily me giving information to you. So, I mean, that sounds normal. That doesn't sound like anything crazy. Primarily, the information would be us to him, and then the information would be him to us. Well, the first 3 sessions were primarily us to him, but very specific questions. We didn't get a chance to talk about what our primary issue was, or what we thought, or what I thought the primary issue was, which was how can we communicate about the kids? Which meant that we weren't talking about it anymore. We were stuffing the issue all the way down. We couldn't talk about it because when we tried to talk about it on our own, not our own, right? When we tried to talk about it on our own, it became explosive and crazy. It was too sensitive. So over the course of 8 weeks and 6 sessions, we literally never got to talk about it. We thought that after the 3 assessment conversations happened, that although the primary flow of information would be from therapists to us, we thought we would be able to speak on session 4. That was not the case. Your boy pulled out an old school overhead projector. Like, you're right on it overhead projector. And you only know this if you were in school in the 90s. Your boy had slides, slap it on, and he lectured us for 3 sessions in a row. We had packets, and we didn't say a word. And in that time, he canceled 2 of our sessions. So 6 sessions over the course of 8 weeks, and we didn't get to talk about the problem that we thought we were going there to talk about. It was tough. In the meantime, by like session 6, I realized that we weren't going to actually get any help from the therapist. And I began to employ ChatGPT as a resource. I said, hey, ChatGPT, you are an excellent therapist, and this is the issue. What kind of questions can I ask to get to the root of it? Because I can't understand the millions of children around the world meet new partners, new spouses, and they're fine. I understand that some children are introduced to abusive new parents. I understand that a lot of those relationships don't work out, but they meet them and they are okay. I'm trying to get into the mindset of a parent because maybe there is something that I'm missing, although I have experienced it from the side of being a child. Maybe I'm missing something, some part of it. And I began to interview him weekly to get an understanding of why this was such a big deal. And guys, I'm here to tell you, I wasn't getting the answers that I was looking for. Nothing that really set in like, bingo. But you know what he did say one time? He said, I am filled with anxiety because every day when I'm not with you, I just think about breaking up with you. And then when I see you, all of that just goes away. And I just think, oh my God, I just love this girl. And I'm like, what? Yo, I thought we were having a problem communicating about how to introduce me to the kids. I didn't think that. You think about breaking up with me every day? I should have broke up with him right then. But I didn't. And that's on me. That's on me, baby. That's on me. I did it. I thought I was getting clearer. I thought I was communicating like a grown-up. And this is a person who claims to, have depression and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just thinking like, you know what? That's his depression speaking and he's just scared. But truthfully, as soon as he said he thought about breaking up with me every day, I should have been like, well, nigga, then bye. Because what?